inside my own world of make-believe.
Hello, hello. I hope you're doing well. How are you? Actually, it's been a long time since I streamed. I hope the setup is right. If not, please tell me. Yes. Right. I hope you're doing well right now. It happened a lot of stuff since yesterday. So I thought we'd just make a short stream and look over it. Because I feel like some exciting stuff is happening right now. Louis put out a few tweets yesterday. Or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, or yeah, yesterday night, I guess. And Zayn also teased us with some stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting what next few days we're gonna look like for us. So yeah, I'll take a moment and then we'll start talking about the Louis tweets, I guess. The stream won't be long, actually. I don't have that much time this evening, but yeah, let's do the best out of it and have a quick look at the tweets from Louis maybe in a moment. I hope you can hear me. I don't know, maybe write in the chat if you can. And I will quickly search for the Louis tweets. I hope I have all of them. Awesome. How are you? I'm not sure if I can pronounce your name. I'm sorry for that, but I hope you're doing well. Perfect. All right, so I'm switching to that. So I think this will do it. Perfect. So this is the first tweet from Louis yesterday, I guess. He made a quick Q&A round. I'm doing well. Yes, perfectly. I'm saying both for the poll. I love both Louis and Zayn. Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm pretty excited for Louis' new record because I feel like he's at a point at his career which is very important for him. But also Zayn always did incredible stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to both. I agree. Louis answered to which one is the most rock song. That it is Jump the Gun or Palaces. Actually, we heard Palaces and I felt like it was more of... The sound was similar to his last album, in contrast to Lemonade, where I feel like you could pretty much hear the difference to his last one. But I love the rock sound from Louis. I love when he covers old One Direction songs and do it a little more, with guitars and stuff. So it's a little rockier than the One Direction stuff. Actually, Palaces is probably one of my favorite Louis songs, as I said in the last video from the new album. It's so great, I love it. So yeah, actually I don't think we can take much from this tweet. Even though Louis said in an interview that Palaces is his favorite song from the record, so maybe that's a sign that Jump the Gun will also be one of the most exciting songs on the new album. We'll see. We'll see. So the next one is Dark to Light. He said it's the most emotional song. And I think it sounds like that, Dark to Light. Pretty interesting title, to be fair, because I feel like it's a bit cliche to give it this title. But Louis' more emotional songs, especially from Waltz, I feel like actually so good, because the music itself isn't always like a piano ballad or something like this. Sometimes like Habit or something like this, it's actually a pretty sad song, but the music is still upbeat and uplifting. I feel like this is very interesting. Dark to Light reminded me of Liam because of his tattoo. So you think it's a Liam song about Liam? Actually, this could be, in fact, because it would make sense why it's his most emotional song. Actually, this makes quite much sense. I write that down for my theories video. This is a great one. I didn't thought of that. And what was Liam's tattoo again? It was something like where dark meets light or something, I guess. Yeah, this makes so much sense, and yeah, we'll see if it's true, but it would indeed make sense why it's his most emotional song. He would have had enough time, I guess, also to write a song about Liam's death. I mean, a year. I guess you need to finish an album before release, like half a year or something. And if it's released this month, it would have need to be ready by September last year or something like this. Also, Lemonade was released there, so a bit earlier maybe, but it would still be half a year or something where he could have wrote a song about Liam. So actually this makes quite much sense. We'll see, we'll see. Alright, let's look at the next one. There's a song with summer vibes. And Louis says, half of the record, to be fair. And actually, this tweet reminded me of the Fine Line release from Harry, because Fine Line was released in December, I guess, 2019. But it was also more of a summer record. And it's interesting that Louis releases a record that's clearly made for the summer in midwinter. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's smart because first the Louis fans will listen to it, and I'm sure they love it. And Louis haven't had a good album promotion for like some time, because he's banned on radio and stuff. But maybe it's pretty smart because the fans will hear it and they will tell other people that they love it, and when they tell other people and they tell it to other people, some time goes by and it's like spring or something, and by then it could be the perfect time to listen to a summer record. So to be fair, it isn't stupid or something like this to release it in winter when it's about summer. And I feel like there will be some songs that are also fitting for the winter, but Lemonade and stuff like this is clearly made for the summer. So yeah, we'll see. But it reminded me of Harry, like songs like Watermelon Sugar or Golden. Canyon Moon. They clearly made for the summer, but it, it was released a few days before Christmas. So yeah, it still made huge waves and charted pretty good. So let's hope the best for Louis. Um, it seems that this album will be a total hit. I feel that it seems so. Yeah. Um, the interesting part will be if it will be a hit for the fans and they love it, or if it will be a commercial hit, because it'll be difficult for him to have a commercial breakthrough, I guess, because of the promotion. And to be fair, he promoted the album, but more like in YouTube interviews and podcasts and stuff like this. And this is good for his own fans because you get insights and stuff. But for the general public, I feel like it won't be that much of a commercial success at first. But I don't think that's bad or something, because Louis is actually an artist. What I think is so impressive about him, that on the paper he doesn't have that much streams in comparison to, I don't know, some other major artists at the moment, but he's still able to sell so much ticket for his live shows, have a big audience and stuff like this. So the people who listen to Louis, I mean, we are listening to Louis. We're such great fans, and I don't know another artist of that size who has such a big fan base, to be honest, because I don't know where he's at Spotify right now. Maybe like 2.5 million monthly listeners. Let me search that up. Yeah, 2.1 million. That's actually not that much, but I don't know any other artist with 2 million monthly listeners who can sell out stadiums, and I'm sure he could do that. He sells out arenas at the moment, like with a capacity of 15,000 to 20,000, and that's crazy, actually. So let's skip to the next one. What's the longest track? Lucid, I think. So I don't know if Louis ever made a really long track. I feel like it was always around 3 minutes or something like this. And Waltz, it was Waltz the longest track, nearly 4 minutes. Faith in the Future was shorter, I guess. No, Saturdays is actually a long track, 4.5 minutes. Okay. And Palaces and Lemonade were quite short again. Um, Actually, that's different from Faith for the Future to Waltz. If you look at it, Waltz the tracks were way longer, and on Faith for the Future, they were quite shorter actually, like sometimes a minute shorter. So maybe he goes back to longer tracks. I don't know, or maybe Lucid is just the longest track. We'll see. Okay, next one. I'm going to your Madison Square Garden show. Are you ready? I'm pretty proud of Louis that he got Madison Square Garden. I can remember when Harry was there for the first time. And then again, like on his last tour, where he was there for, I don't know, was it 10 shows or something like this? 14, I guess. This was crazy, but I'm so proud that Louis is also able to play there, because it's such a legendary place to have concert at. So this is actually crazy. The longer the better for our ears. Yeah, of course. I love long songs. Actually, it's a quite difficult time for longer songs, because this Spotify algorithm is made for long songs. So a perfect song for the Spotify algorithm is like 2.5 minutes or something like this. But I love long songs. It's a bit sad that they don't make songs like from the 80s or something like this anymore, which were, I don't know, 8 minutes long. Of course, it's difficult to make such long songs and them being also great. But the whole game of the songs getting shorter and shorter is quite sad, actually, I think. 14 for Harry, 2 for Niall. Yes, Niall was also there, true. So Louis is the third one. I'm pretty sure Zayn could do it too. We'll get to Zayn in a minute. I'm pretty proud of him that he is able to get on big crowds again and doing live shows. I feel like his voice is so underrated, especially live. That is shame that because of course personal problems, and we need to respect that, but that he wasn't able to do live shows. So I'm pretty happy he's doing it again. Okay, your favorite quote of any new song? He'll be okay, I'll do him awake. This "He'll be okay" reminds me of every One Direction line or Niall Harry line, and that will be alright. It's such a Louis way to tell that it'll be okay. I think it's more fitting for Louis because he's sometimes a little bit nonchalant, but I feel like that's very fitting for him. I love it. It's such a simple way to put it in words, but sometimes you just need to know it'll be okay. And yeah, he's dreaming awake. I love it. So, did you write any song thinking the fans will feel this one? And here's actually in confirmation that we'll get a bonus track, so a deluxe edition or something like this. I hope we'll also get it on vinyl, because Faith in the Future, the third edition of it, I guess, was never on vinyl. I think that's pretty sad, because I'd love to listen to High in California or something on vinyl. So I hope we see it this time. We get it. And she said, maybe it's a future B-side, I can't remember, but it's called Side by Side. And actually, she says it's made for the fans, or the fans will feel it. And Side by Side seems like a love letter to the fans. I'm pretty sure it will be, because the fans are standing side by side at his concerts. They're always there for each other. It's a perfect song, I guess, for the fans. So I'm pretty sure it'll be about that. And I'm actually pretty excited about it. Okay, we made it to the end of Louis tweets. So let's have a quick look at Zayn. Because, as you probably know, Zayn will play some shows soon. I don't know. Here it is. Yes. Yes, Zayn's show will begin in like 12 days or something like this. And he just released a story on Instagram yesterday that he will play some new songs, which means there's something for Zayn on the way. Actually, I could record a new video now, because I just uploaded it yesterday, and just as I uploaded it, the Zayn story was released. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that, because I loved Zayn's last record. I think it was his most intimate record. And I hope he'll do a great record next, and I'm pretty sure he does, because it seems like he found his way in the music industry right now again. I feel like, especially at his third album, he struggled a lot with like what he wanted to be, and not his third album, so nobody's listening. But with the last one, I felt like he felt confident in what he's doing again, and also that he goes live again is such a big step for him. I love it. I'm pretty excited for that. What do you think? So most of you are more excited for Louis' new album. But I'm sure it has something to do with him releasing some music for that. What I think is interesting about Zayn is that he sometimes releases a bit of random singles. Like, I'm still not sure if Love Like This was made for another EP or something. Alright, he released it a year before the next record and just let it be a single. But it would make sense for him that Eyes Closed, for example, was also like Love Like This, a random single, to build a bit momentum and stuff, and then in the next, I don't know, 4 months or something like this, to release a new single. And then I'm pretty sure we'll get a new album in fall this year from Zayn. This is interesting because we could also see a Nile album around that time. And I'm still not sure when Harry will release his new album, because I think some articles claim that he will be releasing his new album at the same time as performing at Glastonbury, but this year's festival is cancelled, so the next one would be 2027, and this would be a year. On the other side, he released a new video, and also some sources claim that he finished his record. So the question is just if the label wants the album to be delayed till next year for Glastonbury, or if he just released it this year without a live performance or something like this, because the big festivals from next year mostly announced the headliners. So of course it could also be a surprise act or something like this, but I'm pretty sure he won't be playing at the big festival next year. So he couldn't do the same as with the last record, like playing unreleased songs at Coachella or something like this. Yes, but I'm pretty excited for all of them. It'll be quite a huge year for us, because potentially we could get a record from everyone. Of course, Louis is sure. Zayn, I'm pretty sure too, because we get new music, and I feel like we will get at least an EP or something like this. Niall could also release music because he started writing last year, and it would be time to release it right now if he doesn't need more time. But I feel like Niall was always pretty constant with his albums. And yeah, Harry is Harry, so we don't know what he's holding back. I'm pretty sure he has much finished stuff already, but we'll see what we get. Alright, I guess we made it through the news. I don't know if I missed out on any updates, but if so, then I don't know, we'll do maybe a longer stream next week or something like this. And this was just a short update. Keep in touch. and see, yeah, what the boys are up to. Was nice to be live again. I feel like the last live stream was a year ago, something like this. I haven't had much time last year to make videos, but now I'm back, and I feel like so much is happening right now. I need to be back to cover it all, otherwise it would feel like I'm missing out on something. So it feels great to do this again, and yeah, I'm pretty excited what the next time will bring. So it was good to hear from you, and I'm sure we'll see each other again next week or something like this. And most likely the next video will be out this weekend, or if I don't get it till then, at least on Monday. I just need to finish a bit of stuff, and I'm pretty sure I'll get it on the weekend. So we'll see each other. Have a great day, have a great evening, or wherever you are. Maybe morning if you're on the west coast of America, or night if you're in Australia. I don't know. Have a great day, and let's hope we'll hear from Zayn and Louis soon with a few new announcements. So, goodbye.